Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? What's good? What is good? What is good? Hopefully the audio good. I need some feedback from the chat, man. Y'all tell me if the audio good, if the video looking good. Rarios, what's good? Hey man, I'm finna give y'all the shout outs. I just gotta make sure everything's good with the stream. I'm trying to keep from giving y'all dog shit content. It's a lovely Sunday evening, and we're gonna talk about everything else that's going on. Y'all read the title. Y'all know the description. All right, bro. So everything good. That's what I'm talking about. Got about 15 people in here. Trying to stream. I'm giving y'all some 4K Helldivers 2 content. Johnny Gaming, my brother, what's good, player? J Doggy in the house, what's good, player? What is good? Come on in here, man. Come on in here. My brother J Doggy said, I'm spreading the gospel about these bots. Big facts, man. Big facts. As I should. As I should. Hey, it's a hard job, but somebody got to do it, right? If I don't do the Lord's work, who else gonna do it? Y'all think Colt Eastwood gonna do it? Y'all think D-Batch gonna do it? Y'all think RDX, the rest of those dudes gonna do it? Y'all think Paris Lily gonna do it? Come on now. Be realistic. Who else gonna give y'all the real? Post up is Lil Rodney's son. What's good, my brother? J Doggy, I see you. Uvu G Rich. Come on in, brother. Come on in. Who else we got here? Taryn, my brother Taryn. Taryn Singh, what's good, my brother? Hope you doing good. Spider Silver. Yes, sir. He said even the most diehard Xbox is looking at PlayStation greatness. Big facts. As they should. As they should. A lot of that holding the line stuff ain't going too good these days. Jim D in the house was good, player. Of course, we got my brother Barrios always here. Who else? He said hit the like button. Yeah, man, if y'all can hit that like button. Hit that like button. Paul G, my brother. My brother said he playing that Helldivers and it is fire. Hey, Ron, what's good, my brother Ron? Hey, listen, me and my brother, we was playing some Helldivers 2 this past weekend. It's always good chopping it up with you guys and playing some games and stuff like that. That's what I want to do, man. We, as a community, we need to start, gaming more. It's good to see everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Add me on PlayStation and we running Helldivers trying to save the planet. All it took was Xbox to die off and become a third-party publisher. Y'all see that? That's crazy. Shouldn't take this long. J Love in the house, my brother. Neil, as usual. Neil said, whatever happened to RDX Dilla? He went MIA months ago and haven't seen any mention of him. Man, I don't know what's going on with that dude, but I tell you what, wherever he at, he probably glad he there. Xbox down bad. Who knows? Maybe he saw the twos didn't come or the twos was there and it didn't help. Maybe he ran off. Post up his Lil Rodney's son, my brother. You know I'm going to stay on their necks, even after the console war is over. I can't let them forget all the lies they told. Whatever happened to RDX podcast? Listen, man, I don't know. I have no clue, man. I know that Colt Eastwood left. Dilla Gaming's still there. Him and Funds. I don't know where they do Dilla at. Never know, man. CTR2, my brother, what's good? High Tech Dream, what's good, player? Big facts. Hey, they got their leader Phil Spencer out there begging for Helldivers 2. Hey, listen here. I ain't saying it too early to jinx it, but shit, Helldivers damn near finna become a Fortnite. That shit done surpassed Grand Theft Auto, all of the Xbox games such as Starfield and Halo. Yeah, it's running up there, man. If they can get them servers fixed, more and more people can get in. They had over 400, going on 500,000 people this weekend. That's good shit. From Sony's first party, their first games as a service game. And we're going to talk about that too. Mario Heat was good. One Sosa Gaming, what's good, my brother? Buck, what's good, my brother? Who else we got here? J Rowe, I see you. I see you, J Rowe. Listen, we got 45 people and climbing up in here. Hopefully the stream is nice and crispy in 4K for y'all. I'm working on some stuff, man. Trying to get some shit going. I'm tired of y'all talking about my dog shit podcast. You know what I'm saying? J-Dub, his streams be trash. But it's all right, man. It's all right. Y'all still rock with me. That's all that matter. Y'all can see some of my gameplay on the screen. These are 4K clips running simultaneously on my MacBook Pro. And I'm streaming live from my Apple Pro Vision. I repeat, from my Apple Pro Vision. Buck said, pastors in a bad headspace. Don't let them fool you. Big facts. Hey, we're going to talk about it. Weatherman, I see you. Y'all see the topic of the show, man. I think we're a little bit fed up. We're fed up of these Xbox dudes. They're ruining gaming. Not only are they lying to each other, I'll repeat that again. Not only are they lying to each other, but they lying to you. That's right. They lying to the PlayStation Nation. They have bad pretenses and bad acne. We can't let dudes like that in the PlayStation community. We got to keep them out. They had years. I repeat, they had years to dump that crap of an Xbox and come over to PlayStation. Now that Xbox is dead, a lot of them want to pretend like they mad. They want to jump ship, but it's too late. We got the goaters, we got the bangers, we got the hardware, and it's only going to go up from here. We got Phil Spencer out there not only taking Xbox exclusives and putting it on PlayStation and putting it on Nintendo, but he's out there port begging for Sony first party IP. It's live service game. Satya Nadella is out there saying he don't want exclusive. If he could, he'd get rid of exclusives. What y'all think about that, man? Listen, between Satya Nadella, Tim Stewart, and Matt Booty, the last 3 years, these guys have been telling you where Xbox is going. I repeat, They have been telling you where they're going. We've known for quite some time that there were going to be a third-party publisher. I repeat, we've been telling you for years now that Xbox wants to be a third-party publisher. But like my man Buck said, they don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe it. Then you got these grifters, these journalists, and these fake insiders out there making a quick buck, trying to sell wolf tickets to the community. You know, who do we blame for all of this chaos that's going on in the Xbox community? They're trying to jump on my brother Tim Dog. They're trying to jump on my brother Crap Gamer. They're trying to jump on any Xbox dude that's willing to admit Phil is not the guy and Phil betrayed him. How can you turn around and spend $100 billion, get ZeniMax, get ABK, and then turn around? Let me repeat. And then turn around one more time. And then turn around and give all your goddamn games to PlayStation Nation. God damn. God damn. You done spent $100 billion to give PlayStation Nation your games. And now you on the campaign trail begging for our games? Nah, player. That ain't happening, Captain. We ain't giving you shit. We ain't giving you shit. Juan Sosa says, blame Post Up. Big facts. I do blame Post Up. I do blame my brother. And it's a shame. I gotta blame him. Y'all know it's Black History Month. I ain't into blaming black folks this month, but goddamn, Post, I gotta blame you, my brother. Jeff B. Gaming, I see you. What's good, my brother? Fledger Run, I see you. Phil is out here begging for our goatees, begging for our bangers, and he's offering up the Xbox's whole slate. The Halo, the Gears, the Forzas, the Starfields, the whatever else the dog shit low-rated games that they got over there. Blaze, what's good, my brother? Hey, Blaze, I'm trying to stream in 4K, brother, with 4K streams. Let me know if it's looking good. Yep, listen, y'all Post Up is in hiding, but listen. Who are we going to blame for this Xbox debacle? That's what we want to know. Who are we going to blame for this Xbox debacle? Do we blame Phil Spencer? Do we blame Donnie D? Do we blame Crap Gamer? Tim Dog? Next Gen 720? Buck Dat? Do we blame Blaze 4K? Somebody told me they blame him. I mean, at some point we got to have personal accountability. These Xbox dudes have been fighting with us year after year after year, telling us our games are dog shit. I mean, they've been telling us that we have no games until 2025. These same guys told us we didn't have RDNA 2. They told us we had a weak console, and you know, PlayStation was rushed out the door, and they didn't have a game plan, and PlayStation was just going to be weak this generation. And what happened? They told us that PlayStation didn't have the tools. We didn't have full RDNA. Now all of a sudden, Phil Spencer is out here begging for our games after spending $100 billion. I'm being honest, man. And guess what? They spent the last year hyping up Microsoft's profits and revenue. The corporation's money, not the Xbox division's money, but the corporation's money. So they've been so busy hyping up the corporation's money, they forgot about the games. They forgot about the promises. Phil promised them high fidelity 4K. He promised them the biggest and best games ever. He promised them native 4K and 120 frames on the goddamn Series S. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's just me saying that. That shit sound crazy as hell. They really promised 1440p 120 frames? God damn, I still got the video. I can't believe it. Y'all know they made that private. They don't want nobody to talk about that. Them promises that they made on the current generation consoles. Man, that's really spooky. I ain't gonna lie. Think about it. Sony didn't have to spend a fraction of the money that Microsoft did just to remain dominant in the number one position. The best games, the best platform, handhelds, VR, controllers, headsets, earbuds, goddamn cars. Blaze, they made a PlayStation car, my dude. And it didn't cost them $100 billion goddamn dollars. What do you think about that? Do we blame Phil? Do we blame Post Up? Do we blame Windows Central and J.S. Corden and Randall Thor? Do we blame the Iron Lords podcast with my brother King leading the line? Salute to him. Who do we blame for this? Do we blame Tom Warren, Destin Ligari? Do we blame Ryan McCaffrey? I mean, who is to blame? Somebody sold them on a hope and a dream, and that never came true. Just to be kicked in the back by Microsoft executives and take all their game. I mean, think about it. Dudes have built whole YouTube channels and careers off of Xbox, lying with all the propaganda, just lying and slandering everybody else, ignoring all the flaws of Xbox, ignoring launching 2 next generation consoles with 0 games, going all 2022 with 0 games. No, your boy, I see you. I see you. We gotta blame somebody. I'm just trying to see who to blame. Who do we blame? Microsoft has been flying all of these dudes out, giving them early access to play these games like Redfall, and these dudes told you that the game was fire. Like my brother Post Up said, ooh, that's fire. They told you that game was fire. They told you Crackdown 3 and the cloud power was fire. What happened? All of these things are failures. They lied to you. And you believe them. You consistently believe them. And now your games are going to PlayStation. And now your leader is out there begging for PlayStation games. They had you guys staying up late watching C-SPAN. They had you writing the president and congressmen and talking shit to pregnant FTC chairs. The people who are in charge of of protecting the consumer. Who do we blame for this? And another thing, right? After we find the blame, there is shall I say, a kerfluffle in the Xbox community when you have Xbox guys versus Xbox guys. Some people say they can't come back home. Some people say that they're turncoat. Some people call them mustard hearts. Some people call them betrayers. Who do we blame for this split in the Xbox community? And for the dudes who finally woke up to all these lies, who finally see the lies for what they are, who finally see that Phil Spencer said one thing on camera and turned around and did an interview with Tom Warren and said something totally different. Do you just keep believing these lies? Do these people really want to be? I mean, shout out to High Tech Dream. He said them people are battered wives. You know, this is pretty sad. I mean, think about it. You don't see, I pop my shit, but y'all don't see J-Dub up here saying you heard it here first. Funds. Xbox is slightly ahead of PlayStation. Like, y'all don't see me going tenfold now. I may say some shit for some likes and some, some just having some fun. But y'all know it's tongue in cheek. I ain't finna go too far. I may say some shit that's gonna get people riled up, but come on now. I'm just saying. So J Doggy said, yeah, we blaming Jez and Rand. Man. Mario Heat said, where is Perfect Dark? Oh man. Listen, I'm be honest, I don't know where that game at. Who's responsible for that? Who's responsible? That's the theme of this podcast right now. Who's responsible? Some people say IGN, some people say Digital Foundry. El Nini was good. Welcome, Coop Man. Coop Man said, K Mega said he the only BGST member left holding it down, meaning cap and defend Phil at all costs. Oh man. Jazz says, yo, where's Contraband? Listen, where's all these games? Post up is Lil Rodney's son. He said P-Rock was right. They're concubines. Oh, man. Hey, Jazz, I'll be on Helldivers, man. This show won't take long. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Who is to blame for this? Who do we blame? All this blame can't be on Crap Gamer. All this blame can't be on Tim Dog. Do we blame Paris Lily? The cyberpunk chair bandit? Do we blame my brother? Do we blame Uni? Do we blame Uni the sensei? I think for a while now, he rocks with Xbox, but he's like one of the only dudes out there that's constantly, calling bullshit when he see it. My whole thing is, when you got Tim Dog coming to his sense and calling shit out, when you got Crap Gamer coming to his sense, calling shit out, isn't it time to take a cold, hard look at yourself? El Nini blamed Matt Booty. High Tech Dream said Ridge is a disgusting Phil lackey. Oh man, star my brother Ridge out. Oh man. Oh man. Listen, I'm just saying, man. Like they're out there saying, no, you can't come back home. If you talk negative about Xbox, and if you didn't believe what Phil was spoon feeding you, you're no longer welcome in the Xbox community. There's a divide. There's a civil war within the Xbox community. I just want to get down to the bottom of it. Buddha said, Tim been talking major shit in his spaces lately. Yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, say what you want, but Tim Dog was a ride or die Xbox guy. He still is, man. He's just, you know how hard you gotta fuck up for Tim Dog to be like, yeah, you fucking lying to us. Like, just be truthful, be honest. You're lying. You've said it before and you've did something different. Microsoft has lost the credibility. I mean, to the PlayStation dudes, they've lost credibility, generations ago. I mean, but this is something different here. And the fact that they did a podcast recently, still went out there and lied. Lonchi, what's good, player? Man, we gonna get on that Helldivers again. Listen, I'm just saying, man. J Dog has said blame Elena Pierce. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know you can blame Elena Pierce. She worked for Sony Santa Monica. She works for the is it Sony Santa Monica or Guerrilla Games? Nah, yeah, she works for Sony Santa Monica. She busy writing and stuff for God of War Ragnarok, the new God of War. Nate Dogg said, we blaming Ricky Brown and Mello. They still capping their asses off. Listen, man. I think Xbox is at a point in this civil war where I want to say the people who no longer believes the bullshit, their eyes are open. They're woke. And then you got the other dudes that know Phil and those dudes are lying. But they want all the leftover clout. They want the leftovers. They're the scavengers, right? They're the roaches of the Xbox community. They never pioneered anything. They just want to show up before the boat sink and claim that they the captain. You know what I'm saying? My brother Aaron said, my friend is still on queue after an hour of hell. Listen, brother, that's over 500,000 people on Steam trying to get in alone. Let alone add maybe another 1 million or 2 on PlayStation. I'm going to be honest. I can't wait for them total sales numbers to come out. The best thing I do, the best thing you could do is just join on a friend, and it'll get you in there a lot quicker than just sitting there waiting. J Rose said, toxic feminine energy concubines is Xbox fault. Oh, man. What? Jeff B. Gaming said, Griffin Gaming trading in his Xbox. LOL. I don't know, man. I heard somebody say blame Marlon Gaming. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out. Toby said, Post trying to say there's only 50,000 on place. Listen, I love my brother Post, but it's 2024. If y'all still listening to him, come on now. If y'all listen to Ricky Brown and Post Up and Mello and the rest of those guys, the guys that told you Xbox had a 3 to 4 T-flop lead, they had a head start, they had the tools, they had the games, they had everything else. Everything they said was wrong. So, I mean, they told you this generation was going to be different. Xbox was going to bring the pain, And we see what happened. They're losing more this generation than they did last generation. In this generation, they got 2 consoles, not 1, but 2. How are you getting your ass kicked by the Xbox One with the Kinect? God damn, you know what kind of epic failure that gotta be? To get beat by the Dunny D box? Absolutely. Listen, the bots just keep bringing up money. And my thing is, Xbox has been one of the world's richest company since the beginning of fucking time. What is more money going to do to help do anything? Sony and Nintendo only has a fraction of a percent that Microsoft has. And yet those smaller companies are dominating gaming. Uncompetitive says, J-Dub, do you think Sony need to make a PS5 Pro? Listen, brother, it's already in the works. It's releasing this year. I think they're going to try to extend this generation on to 2028, 2029, maybe perhaps 2030. You know, you got to remove 3 years because of COVID. They didn't even have any PS5s for sale because of the production, shipping, and everything else. You know, they finally got caught up and everything, and now everything's accelerating. They at 56 million sold to customers inside the homes. Next, by the end of this year, there'll be around 75 million. Impatient Fire said, facts of the matter is that Xbox aren't gamers. They aren't gamers. That's what he said. Man. I mean, who's at fault, man? I mean, we gotta find somebody to blame here. There has to be somebody that we can look at and say, yeah, you're the reason. You are the reason Xbox is doing so bad right now. Yeah, Blaze, you know I got our gameplay in here. I'm glad you noticed that. C Fresh says, will the Xbox handheld sell numbers? I'm gonna be honest, brother. If a motherfucker still buying Xbox hardware in 2024 and still want to give them $400 and $500, man, people deserve what they get. That's just my thing. Andy Hart, J-Dub, do you think Gears would sell well on PS5? Yeah, it would. Absolutely. Gears is a good franchise. Nobody can knock that. You know, Forza Horizon and Gears of War are the consistent, high quality games. And I'm gonna be honest, they're one of the only games that I think PlayStation Nation would like even be interested in actually spending money for. I mean, nobody can knock Forza Horizon. I mean, Forza Motorsport, yeah, that shit dog shit. It's always kind of been dog shit for the last 2 iterations, but Forza Horizon, nobody can knock that. It's a great quality arcade racer. It's consistent. Gears of War has been consistent. It kind of fell off a little bit, but it's still there. There's a lot to work with. There's a lot there. Having Gears 6 launch on PS5 would be awesome. Taryn said Halo would have probably sold well on PS5 as well. Yeah, it would. It would. I think Gears would have been a bigger seller than Halo, but absolutely. They just fucked up that brand so bad, where the name Xbox is just negative. When you hear the word Xbox, all you think about is shit. And Phil Spencer and his goons did that, along with these fake journalists out here. And let me go on in on the journalists real quick, the fake news journalists. Here's the thing. I do my thing with the trolling stuff, right? Y'all know I do my thing with the trolling stuff. I think these journalists and these publications, they realized people were not going to their websites. People were not paying attention to them. So what they started doing is stealing J-Dub's content. They started stealing his style, stealing his swag, stealing the shit that he says and posting it as their own, and making these clickbait titles and shit like that. You know, when I do it, nobody takes me seriously. Folks are just laughing. They just know that that's part of the candor that they're getting. That's just part of the jokes and the shit that we do back and forth in the console war. But when you're a publication and when you're a paid journalist, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have some type of integrity. So they started realizing that J-Dub and people like J-Dub and other Twitter heads and folks that just have fun with the console war, they started to get more traction than these websites that people out there had, that IGNs and stuff like that. So they started, creating their own accounts on Twitter and being more social and stealing shit and posting memes and stuff like that. Journalists didn't do that back then. Get this work in the house. What's good, my brother? But they also started pushing their agenda. They get the free codes. They get free Xboxes. They get invited to all the Phil Spencer Hollywood parties where all kind of weirdo stuff go on. They get flown out. Nate Dogg said, we blame Dilla and RDX crew for capping for the tools. The tools. Yeah, RDX love talking about mesh shaders and velocity architecture. Those are, oh, yeah. Nah, you right. You absolutely right. Yeah, if y'all, appreciate you, Jez. If y'all can, hit that like button, please. We got 105 people in here. I'ma just keep it real. The same dudes that sold us on Cyberpunk and told us it was so good, right? And after that debacle, they turned around and had the nerve to tell us that Redfall, oh, it was so good. And what happened? And they had the nerve to tell us that Xbox Series S and X was going to outdo the PS5 because it had DX12 Ultimate, it had Velocity Engine and full RDNA 3 or whatever the hell that they tried, and all this goofy shit, the tools. And what happened? Sony just came out and dropped fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon Souls. On and on and on. Let the games do the talking. Shout out to Mark Cerny, man. He went to the developers and asked the developers directly, what did y'all want to see in a console? How can we make a console for you? And he turned around and listened, and he did it. He built one for him. Ease of development. A fast SSD in there and all kind of custom chips. So can you imagine how the PS5 Pro is going to run with that thought in mind? Can you imagine what the PS6 is going to be with that thought in mind? Developers don't have to sit around and waste some goddamn tools. And I don't know if y'all heard it, but Microsoft is on that bullshit again. They done sent Sarah Bond out there to be the We're building the world's most powerful console yet again. The most technically advanced space shuttle in the world. Have they not got enough of the lies and the promises? They're doing it again. That's how bad it is. And these Xbox dudes went for it again. Oh my God. The most technological advanced blah, 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 blah in history. Again. This finna be 3 generations. 3 generations straight that they promised you the most powerful whatever. And it has led to nothing but L's. Hey, Bronze, yeah, I said that earlier. They promised the 1440p 120. And we're getting like 720p, 30 frames a second on the series. It's a potato. Nobody wants to put their games on that system. I can't believe they're doing this again. But they have no shame. They have no shame. But you know what? With a fan base like that, I can see why they keep doing this over and over. Somebody said it previously. It's the battered wives syndrome. They have a fan base that has the battered wives syndrome. No matter how much they lose and get beat up and spat on and lied to, they still show up to hold the line. They still show up to defend them. But J-Dub, it's only 4 games. They're only bringing 4 games. It'll only be 4 games. It's just Pentiment. It's just Grounded. It's just Sea of Thieves. It's just Hi-Fi Rush. Notice these 4 games that they claim are coming to PlayStation. Notice at the time that those games launched, these guys said that these games were their goaties. They were their game of the years and their game of the generations. They tried to shove Hi-Fi Rush down our throats. They tried to say Pentiment had one of the highest rated Metacritics in Xbox history. Suck it, Sony Pony. They tried to say that Grounded has some of the highest streaming views and everything. They tried to say Sea of Thieves has over 35 million players. They hype these dog shit games up, but now they're allegedly coming to PlayStation. Oh, y'all can have that little trash. Those are little bitty games. We don't care about them games. Outside of game, we said, "What up, J-Dub? You out here going after Xbox Journal?" Yeah, man. Listen, they part of this too. Their hands are not clean. I'm just saying. Just think about it. Think about it long and hard. Pause. Phil gets to continue to, and listen, and these dudes, Jim Ryan said, "We believe in generation," and they've been kicking his back end since. All because he had some games that were multi-plat. Even though he gave you PS5 exclusives day one, he's still getting his back kicked in for that statement. But Phil Spencer can come out here and keep lying to y'all every day, every single week, and you love him. I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. Now they're attacking each other. You know, I don't know if it's just like I said before, just the cockroaches, right? Um, the most the smartest Xbox guys see it is for what it is, and they're leaving. They're ready to head to PC or PlayStation and stuff like that. Um, you know, they see what it is. They see that they've been lied to, and they acknowledge it, and they just move on, and it is what it is, you know. But the rest, you know, some of the, I call them cockroaches. The ones that are talking about that they're going down with the ship and shit like that. It's like, dude, you spent the last decade defending Xbox, all the failures. And now that you've ran out of excuses, you still gonna stay on the fucking ship? Like that's a badge of honor? My God. Have you no shame? I would have did the same thing too, Toby, and Jess. Just like Lulu and Bobby Kotick. I'd cash my check, get cash. I wouldn't deposit it. I'll just bring a bunch of suitcases out. I make sure that they're not gonna stop payment. Get my money and I'll leave the country. I do exactly what they did. They suckered these Xbox dudes into supporting the end of Xbox. And we told them this would happen. We told them this would happen. They told us to shut up and that Jim Ryan was scared and PlayStation was dead and they were going to get Call of Duty and all of those games and Game Pass and they were going to have all these exclusives. And now look at them. Now look at the goofy dudes. Now they're out here talking about, but it's only 4 games coming to PlayStation. It's only 4 games. They have no shame. Oh my God, man. Yeah, John. John Flores said Xbox is now a full third party, and they just confirmed 4 games are going to other consoles. Yeah, and see, here's the thing. Phil said they're just starting with 4. They're testing it out and see how everything goes. He refused to name the games, right? So right now, people out there just guessing what games they are. We really don't know. We really don't know. And I'm gonna be honest. Those insiders that leaked all the information, they were right. They were spot on with everything. What happened is Microsoft went back, Phil and his team went back and said, listen, dudes out there with pitchforks and knives, we gotta walk back some of this stuff temporarily and we're gonna slow feed them. Slow drip. And that's what this is. It's a slow drip. Well, we'll give them 5 this year, 4 this year. Next year, we'll give them 16. The following year, we'll give them the whole slate, right? Just everything. But if you don't think there won't be any big first-party games coming, you're out of your mind. You haven't been paying attention. You're still in denial. You still have the cognitive dissonance. Impatient Fire said they aren't testing anything. The whole slate is coming. Big facts. They just trying to let those guys down nicely, which is stupid. Even Tim Dog and Crab Gamer is saying the whole slate is coming. Matter of fact, they played the clip of Phil Spencer when Xbox games. He said some Xbox games are going to PC. Oh well, it's just one game. It's just Quantum Break, Crab Gamer. So you Canceled your pre-order because more gamers get to play your game? Yeah, I remember when Crap Gamer got shit for that. Who knew he was right the whole time? Because literally less than a year later, the whole slate came to PC. And that's what's going to happen now. We've seen this before. Everything is playing out exactly how it happened before. This is just crazy. Now Phil is out there begging for Helldivers too? Well, you know, we're giving them our games. Why can we get Helldivers? You know, at least Helldivers. I don't know who it's good for just to have it exclusive on your platform. But this motherfucker didn't say that about Starfield when it was coming to PS5. He went in there to them developers and told them to stop working on it. Personally. So, you know, that's why I say Phil talks. He talks. He double speaks. He says one thing and then the next day he says something totally different. He does something. You know, forget about what people say. Watch their actions. It's about the actions. We got Cosmic Hero 270 with a great question. Hey, I know it's completely unrelated to the topic, LOL, but what do you think of Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari? Again, I know. Listen, brother, I'm glad you asked that, man. And listen, y'all give me about 2 minutes to respond to him because it's a great topic. Everybody knows I'm a big motorhead. I'm a big motorsports fan. Anything from NASCAR, MotoGP, Superbike to, you know, World Rally Championship racing. Formula One obviously is my biggest sport, but I think it's great. It's a great way to cap off Lewis Hamilton's career. This guy has 8 world championships. You know, they stole one from him, so but you know, he's did any and everything in that he could. I mean, he is the face of Formula One. He'll forever be the face of Formula One. Matter of fact, when Lewis decides to retire, he's probably going to take roughly, you know, 35 million people with him to wherever he goes. He has 35 million people following him. You know, and we're staunch supporters and big fans of his. He's such a likable guy. He's such a great guy, and he's such a masterful driver. Him taking his talents to Ferrari, which I think is a genius plan. Mercedes can't get him where he needs to be in time. You know, he's going on 40 years old. Why not? Ferrari has the second fastest car. You know, the fastest qualifying car. So why not give it to Lewis Hamilton? Give him a fast car. The only reason he hasn't been winning because he's had a shitty car. And Mercedes is going to take him another 2-3 years to get it where it's, you know, competing. So, yeah. I think it's a great plan. I'm going to be there. I'll be honest. You know, I love Mercedes. Got all the swag and shit. But I'm already stocking up on my Ferrari gear. And I got a Ferrari F99 Carbon. So, I'm good. Let me move on. Because I know these people like, man, I want to talk here from that. I don't want to hear from that car and stuff like that. But, yeah. Back to Xbox, man. I'm these guys have lied to you, and you still have people out there cheering on being lied to. They are proud that Phil is lying to them. I'll be honest, I've never seen anybody cheer on being lied to. Outside of the political spectrum. This is gaming. But you know what? It kind of makes sense, guys. Think about it. Xbox dudes don't have to literally buy games. They haven't been buying games, but they literally don't have to buy games anymore. They haven't. So that's why they don't care. A subscription service with a bunch of games that you're probably not interested in anyway. That was the telltale sign. That just literally was a telltale sign. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. I still think that journalists, which I named a lot, those journalists, I think a lot of the content creators, all you got to do is follow the money. They say that in everything. All you got to do is follow the money. If you follow the money, you'll find out who's behind the chaos, who's behind the lies. There's an incentive to lie. There's an incentive to lie because you get access to Phil Spencer, you get access to the executives, you get access to free codes, you get access to free swag, events, everything else. So these guys will lie. A lot of them are not gamers. A lot of them don't care. They're just here to grift. A lot of them are here to grift. So, Phil is a liar. Satya Nadella and Tim Stewart are out here telling the truth. They're telling you where things are going and what their plan are. And it's up to Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, and Phil Spencer to break the news to the gamers and keep them engaged until the plan is enacted. And that's it. Nate Dogg said, "What do you think about BG stalling Colt out on Twitter?" Oh man, I didn't see that. Hey Nate Dogg, if you can, man, send me that tweet, man. I need to check after the show. I'll check it out. Man, salute to 106 people in here, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me on a late Sunday evening. Since we weren't going to go live on the other show, I just figured I'd give you guys some content, show you some Helldivers 2. BG been going at it with his army solo. He don't give a fuck. Oh man, I need to go check out what's going on, man. But yeah, a lot of these journalists are trying to say, well, you guys, they're basically trying to walk back everything. Well, we were technically right, and you guys just over exaggerated, and you guys did X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, these people know what the fuck is going on. They're not fucking stupid. They see where this is going. You spent $100 billion just to turn around 4 months later and give the competitors our games. How does that help us as Xbox gamers? It doesn't. It helps them. And the sad part about it, we keep going back to the fact that inside of the courthouse, Phil Spencer says that Sony gets third-party games. They get the money, the 30% off of the third-party games, and spend the money to buy exclusives that shuts out Microsoft. Well, what are these 4 games going to do? Aren't you adding to that? Aren't you helping Sony to shut you out? You see Helldivers? Now you begging for Helldivers? I mean, this shit is crazy. And Xbox dudes still love this dude. I just don't get it. I don't have anything against Phil personally. A lot of his decisions is just ran by the people above his head. But still, who cares? That's your job. You're getting paid to do it. Be honest. Tell these dudes why this shit is going and let them make up their own minds. But you're lying to them, telling them that everything is great and it's not. We see the sales numbers in the negative percents for years. This is just crazy how anybody could listen to that. Jeff says, Game Pass is the EBT of gaming. Oh, man. Listen, we've been saying this for years, guys. There is no way, right? No way that if Game Pass isn't growing, if your consoles aren't growing and selling, that everything is going to be okay. Like, that's just the stupidest thing ever. We saw this shit coming a mile away, and dudes kept telling us, "Oh, Microsoft, they got the most money in the world. They're the world's richest company. They can just Money had this forever. What happened is the Xbox dudes, they worry about PlayStation too much. They didn't worry about their own house. They didn't worry about their console not selling. They didn't worry about their service, the subscription service not selling. Cosmic Hero said, J-Dub, I know people are sick of it, but what happens if the FTC divides Xbox and Activision? I'm going to be honest, I don't think they're going to do it now. They're not going to do it because there's no need to. Xbox is getting out of business. It's just going to be, they're just going to be a third-party publisher. They'll be just like EA, Ubisoft, and everybody else. So, I mean, there's kind of really no need to do anything else. Now, if they were going to take all those games and make them exclusive to Xbox, yeah, they probably would have had some pushback. But now that those are not the plans, then who cares? At this point, if I'm the FTC, I'm like, okay, well, we see where this is going. Fight's over. Listen, when it comes to Pastor and them, they're too far gone, man. Mello, Post, Pastor Joe, all those dudes, they're too far gone. There is nothing you can tell them or anybody can tell. The Phil Spencer could come out and tell them Xbox is dog shit. They wouldn't care. They have cognitive dissonance. It doesn't align with their mindset and the way that their heart won't accept the truth. All they'll do is say, well, Sony's going to do it too. If you notice, that's their deflection for everything. Sony's going to do it too. Okay. When Sony stops selling PS5s, when they stop selling PlayStation Plus, when they stop selling all their accessories, when they stop selling everything else, then you can come to me and tell me that. But until then, they keep breaking records. That's what I don't understand. If Nintendo and Sony stuff are selling and they're breaking records and money hand over fist and everything else, right? All these games are selling. Everything is doing very well. How is this an industry problem? No, this is exclusively an Xbox problem. What they try to do, they try to lump everybody together under their funk. Xbox is in a funk, right? It's dying. And what they want to say, oh, the industry's dying. No, the industry's not fucking dying. Xbox is dying. Stop trying to add everybody else into your funk. That's a you problem. Shout out to Mooch for that. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. Some of me say they deserve it. They deserve what they have, what's coming. They deserve for that because they supported such a mediocre fucking console and service and games. And now that all that shit is coming to PlayStation, they're just going to sit there and just, I guess, hold the line. I mean, it's just crazy. It's a first in history. I've never seen anything like this before. If anything, they should be storming the Capitol. They should be in Redmond, Washington right now with pitchforks. What you mean to tell me all my games going over to PlayStation? After I didn't help you and supported you spending $100 billion for Activision, Blizzard, and ZeniMax. What you mean you giving them all of my games after I done supported you and bought all these dog shit Xboxes, these $500 boxes? And then you're going to end the show by telling me you're going to sell me another $500 world's most powerful console that's going to be dog shit? This is crazy. You ain't lying, swag bag. Stella Yams coming, bro. Can y'all believe it's almost March already? Dude, we got a week and a half. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. That's crazy. Anyway, y'all, I just want to kind of, bring this to y'all attention. I want y'all to, kind of share with me, who do we blame for this? All this stuff that's going on with Xbox. Who do we blame? Listen, Aaron, I have a PlayStation Portal, brother. For the last 3 days, I've been playing. I've been playing Helldivers 2 on it. I've been playing Final Fantasy Grand Blue on it. It's just I can't explain it, but it's just I just love playing on it. All my library is there. All my games, my saves, I can share. Just everything is there, man. Lunchi says all of them. Blame them all. Vigilante, J Dub. Yeah, we getting all their games, brother. Ja Wick said, I blame Phil. Listen, we gotta blame somebody. Now, here's the thing. After that last podcast, the dudes changed their story. Because before it was like, y'all crazy if y'all think y'all finna get our games. They just spent $100 billion. Why would they give y'all our games after spending $100 billion? Well, guess what? Guess what? We get them. As a matter of fact, I think the first week of March we're getting As Dusk Falls. That's the first Xbox game we're getting. After that, they're gonna drip feed the rest of the games. I think. Here's the thing: once they announce the big games, how will the Xbox guys take it? Will they just say, "Oh well, we didn't really care about Gears anyway. Halo was failing anyway." There's always going to be another excuse that these guys use. Sony and Nintendo didn't have to spend any money to do what they do. Nintendo does what they do, and Sony does what they do. And that's make high quality games. That's all gamers really care about. It's good, high quality, fun games. Show off the power of the console and, deliver on your promises. Xbox hasn't delivered on any of that. So what I hear is they're gonna hold the line until it's just everything is just over. But I honestly think what they're gonna do, they're gonna hold the line. Xbox is gonna go away. It'll remain a third party publishing, right? It'll just gonna be a third party publisher and just be everywhere. But I honestly believe they're gonna stick around and they're just going to try to tear down the gaming industry. They're gonna try to tear down PlayStation. They'll make these PlayStation accounts and everything Sony and PlayStation do will be negative. All the games, they'll just, give bad reviews and stuff. They'll just stick around for that. That's the type of people we're dealing with. It's almost like some sick people, man. Somebody told you on the chat, man, it's battered wife syndrome. It's a cult. High Tech Dream said PlayStation players held the line and now they got a real multiplayer game because of it. Listen, Helldivers is a great fucking game. It looks good. It plays good. It is good. They just need to fix the dog shit servers. Matter of fact, it's Microsoft's Azure cloud servers. So that could be real. There could be something to that. Microsoft could be, trying to slow things up. I don't know. Have no idea. Hey, Aaron said, hold the line. He said, you cooked King in that LP during the state of play. Yeah, man. Listen, man. I'm just, listen. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the other stuff. I just care about the games, the high quality games. They believe that their games that were shown were good, high quality games. But see, here's my thing: if you've ever played PlayStation first party games or even second and third party games. Those games were kind of underwhelming. Xbox games have always been underwhelming if you're a PlayStation guy. But most PlayStation guys have tried Xbox games. That's the thing. Now, I'm seeing a lot of Xbox guys talk about Helldivers, wanting to play it. I'm finding out, a lot of them are starting to go out and buy PS5s and post screenshots and tweets and stuff like that. So, I mean, good for them. You don't have to be on a sucky platform forever. You can change. That's why I don't understand why having the battered wife syndrome. If PlayStation is not doing it for you, if it's not making the goodies that you want and it's not giving you the features and accessories and everything else that you want, then go somewhere else. Who's giving it to you? But these guys are like, yeah, Xbox is giving me nothing, but I'm gonna still hold the line for them. I'm gonna still just ride the ship till the wheels fall off. It's crazy. Said Kong killed Godzilla. I mean Gex the Gecko. Oh man, yeah. Hey, I had to put that meme out there. That was funny. Dude, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming in a few weeks. Stellar Blade is coming a few weeks after that. We still got a lot of games coming. And this is just the first 3 months, guys. The first 3-4 months. Don't forget, we still have what you call it? Team Ninja's Rise of Ronin. I'm hearing some good previews about that game. So, we'll see. We'll see. I just don't know what the big game of the year is going to be for PlayStation. Every year they got some goatees, at least 2 or 3 goatees. I think Helldivers is going to be one. Of course, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to be there. I don't know who that third game is. I mean, PlayStation hadn't said what's coming in the summer or the fall, so we know something's going to be there. We just don't know what. So we'll see, man. We'll get another showcase or state of play, and that'll be it. But I guarantee you, a lot of Xbox guys are, I don't know. Concord. Shout out to High Tech Dream. He said Concord. Yeah, Concord is coming this year. Listen, if Concord hit like Helldivers, hey man, ain't gonna lie, Sony might be whipping up something in the back. And I kind of said this before. If PlayStation can get their multiplayer games, if they can become, like Sony's the king of single player games, right? They're the king of that. They run that. That's nobody can touch them on that. If they can get their multiplayer to replicate the success with that, Jesus, my God. These guys would truly have a monopoly on the gaming industry. That would be crazy. And here's the thing. This Helldivers is Sony's first foray into live service. This is just their first game. Now imagine game 3 and 4 and 5, and as they get better and better with time. That's crazy. Oh, you funny. Aaron said Flight Simulator 2 might win GOTY on PS5. Hey, listen. Hey, that'd be crazy. What if they do bring Flight Simulator and VR and stuff like that to PlayStation? We get to play it in VR too. Oh, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Jeff B. Gaming said, if a couple of games or service games from the first party hit, it's over. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think their first party are working on games and service games. I think, outside of like Bungie, right? We know Bungie's doing it. I'm saying I think they did what they did with Arrowhead Games, right? It's like they buy the IP and they publish it. But they got Naughty Dog working on their single player stuff. They got Guerrilla Games working on their single player stuff. They got Sucker Punch and Insomniac and everybody else working on what they do best. I don't think they've removed any of those first party studios off of their projects that they're working on, which is cool. Man, I can't wait. But I tell you what, the moment they announce Halo Infinite coming to PS5, even if it's just a multiplayer, yeah, it's a wrap, brother. It's a wrap because you know the shit is going to run better. You know it's going to look better. And then if it has the haptic feedback and the 3D audio, yeah. Then guess what? What if they do make it VR capable? Can you imagine playing Halo in VR? My God, that would be epic. Lunchy said Helldivers sold 3 million already. Hey, I believe it, brother. Fair Games is another one that's coming too. See, a lot of people are sleeping on Sony this year because Sony hadn't had a event to show off a bunch of the first party stuff, right? People don't know what Naughty Dog and Guerrilla Games or Sucker Punch stuff working on. We know they're working, but they've been busy. They keeping their head down, staying busy as they should. But when they finally show it, nobody can deny the greatness. Nobody can deny it. We never have to worry about if this game going to be good or that game going to be good. We know Sony's first party games is going to hit. Xbox, on the other hand, everybody got their fingers crossed and they hope and pray that a goddamn game is decent. They don't even say it has to be goated. They just say, man, I hope this game is decent. Because I ain't gonna lie, I got Helldivers 2 digitally, but I'm gonna buy it physically just as a keepsake. This is Sony's first foray into games as a service, live service games. So, and this thing, I can't wait. Like, it's crazy. I'll be at work and I'll be thinking about fucking Helldivers. I'm like, man, I should have brought my Portal. I'll be in my office playing a couple of sessions. It's that good of a game. It's so fun with friends and you can jump in there with randoms and still have good fun. But I've been playing this whole weekend with the community and stuff like that. People that follow me and add me and stuff like that. And man, we've been having a lot of fun. Yeah, Lunchi says, Sony the Samurai, they're about action, not words. Big facts. But I'm gonna be honest, when Sarah Bond came out talking about another world's most powerful console, I was sick to my stomach, bro. I said, oh my God. These guys really just went back and watched their 2020 video of the reveal of Xbox. They said, fuck it, we just gonna repeat this shit for next generation. They just really read the script, the same script. It's crazy. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for rocking out with me, man. I'm finna get ready to get out of here. I know some of y'all gonna leave and go play some Helldivers. It's late night, so of course people going to sleep and you can get on them servers. But today they hit over 400,000, close to 500,000 people have played on Steam alone concurrently today. And that's with the servers being janky. Imagine once they finally clear their servers and get it all where anybody can get in. Them numbers is going to go up. It beat Grand Theft Auto 5 today. It beat, of course, it beat Pal World and some of the other ones. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's a great success. It's good success. I hope Sony learns something from this, and I hope they nurture it. I hope they make Arrowhead I'm gonna be honest. Maybe they don't have to buy Arrowhead, right? Because think about it. If Microsoft is going full third party, why would Xbox do anything exclusively with them? So they don't have to worry about the team going away. Just support them with some money and cut them another deal on the sequel or some extended content for the next couple of years. Sony need to go ahead and fund that. Keep this game going for a couple of years and keep it going and have great success with it. And by that time, we'll have Concord out and we'll have some other Sony first party and third party and second party games out and we'll make a run for them. Right now, Helldivers 2 is the top 25 game of all time. And the game only been out a week. God damn. Yeah, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. Hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed week. I'll see y'all on Twitter. Peace.